Hello, thanks for joining me for another review. Today we've got a beer from America and it's from the Hardywood Park Craft Brewery, and this is their Great Return IPA then. This one is actually coming in at quite a decent 7.5% ABV, 70 IBUs, so quite a bitter beer. These guys are out of Richmond, Virginia. I love the style of bottle. It's like an old medicine type bottle, brown. It's a 12 fluid ounce, so that's a 355, I believe. It was bottled on, unfortunately, February the 4th of 2020. So at least I know. So that's getting quite getting on a little bit. So not very fresh. But anyway, there's the bottle cap. I had this beer once before at Head of Steam in Leeds in March of 2018, I believe, and quite enjoyed it then. So it'd be nice to see how the bottle goes, although knowing that it was bottled beginning of February of 2020, there's a little bit shame we don't get some of these beers a bit fresher. I will mention it for a change. This was part of a Beer 52 box, so I don't know how fresh they actually get their beers, especially when they get decent beers from the States, etc. So we'll just give this a little tap on the floor, get them bubbles off there. So beer in the glass then. It's got a nice one finger frothy head, gentle carbonation running through the beer. It's slightly hazy, more of a chill haze I'd say than anything else. So but yeah, it looks nice in the glass. Decent carbonation still, so that's a good sign. But let's give it a swirl and a sniff then. Well, it's got a half decent aroma, considering. Nice kind of orange rind. Yeah, it's got that kind of marmalade stroke orange jam kind of aroma. Give another swirl and a sniff. I haven't checked the hops in this either yet, so we'll do that after. Yeah, I mean there is a bit of malt character in there. I'm kind of expecting it a little bit, but it's still half decent aroma of hoppage going on. So let's give it a try and see what we get out of this bottle then. Cheers. Yeah, it's definitely a maltier beer, certainly than I had it before. Although it was a few years ago, I really enjoyed it and it didn't taste like this. There is that slight kind of orange jam, marmalade-esque thing going on. It's got a half decent bitter back end, which is nice. I just would have loved this a little bit fresher, that's all. Maybe if it would have been, say, another 4 to 6 weeks closer to the day, say mid-March, it may have been a little bit better. Beginning of, so February, March, April, May, so that's already 12 weeks plus another 2.5, 14.5 weeks in the bottle, at rough guess. Kind of a little bit outside for me, that 3-month, 12-week kind of period, especially in a bottle. Maybe if this was in a can, it may have preserved that kind of hop flavour a little bit more than the bottle. But the bottle is not, or the beer's not oxidised or anything, so that's a good thing. That goes into the whole can of bottle debate. It's nice to see a bottle of IPA. It's very rarely you see it these days. There is a slight resinous to it though, a little bit of pine, but there is a more of a maltier feel to the beer. I just want a little bit more of that kind of, that real kind of juicy, I don't know, real kind of like marmalade, you know, strong kind of flavour to go with. The bitterness I think is still there, of course. That's not changed. It's more for me the hops, as in the flavour of the hops. The bitter in hops part is still there, and then it's like the middle part of the beer's dropped slightly. The maltier part's probably risen. But apart from that, I mean, it's still drinking half decent, considering. So let's find out a bit more information here then. A bold, resinous and bursting with bright grapefruit aroma, this IPA is a tribute to the decades of hard work by conservationists to restore the James River as a bounty of vibrant aquatic life, eco-friendly with recreational activity and, in our case, fresh brewing water. These efforts have been accumulated recently with the symbolic return of the endangered Atlantic sturgeon, which is the fish on the front. A prehistoric yet majestic fish spotted as far upriver as James River as the Fall Line in Richmond. Your purchase of this beer supports the James River Association. Thank you for being part of the great return. So that's what that's all about, the name. Any other information doesn't really go into what hops are in this, so that's a shame, but I'll put their information down below, and I'm sure there will be some information on their website, etc., if you want to find out. But it's got the Brewers Association certified independent craft thing that they have in the States. So there's a bit more information if you want to read it. Anyway, in terms of a rating for me then on this one, not as good as what I had it on draft. Of course it's going to be fresher on draft than in a 14.5 week bottle, of course, that's obvious. But I'm still going to give it a fairly decent a 7.5 out of 10. I think is fair for this. 3.75 on the Untapped scale. I actually gave this beer a 4.5, a 4.25 on Untapped back in March of 2018 up in Leeds, which is an 8.5 out of 10. So I'm just going to go straight to, it's had 36,000 check-ins, this beer, and a rating of 3.71. So that's a hell of a amount of check-ins for one beer. Nice to try it fresher, but you know, beggars and all that sort of thing. But it's nice to try again and get a review of it. So yeah, from the Hardywood Park Craft Brewery, this is their Great Return IPA out of Richmond, Virginia, over in the States. If you've had it before, let me know. I'm sure a few of you have, especially in the recent, well, couple of months ago, Beer 52 box, although I seem to be a month behind. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching, hope you're all keeping safe. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.